Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. The festival of Navratri is celebrated to cherish the victory of Dharma goddess over Adharma. These 9 days are associated with the battle that was fought between goddess Durga and the demon king Mahishasur. Throughout these 9 days, the 9 avatars of goddess known as Nav Durga is worshipped, each day dedicated to the incarnation. Let us find out the story behind each avatar. Shalaputri, meaning the daughter of mountain, was born to the mountain king Himavan. She is also commonly known as Parvati and is the first of 9 Navdurga. She is depicted having two hands holding a trident on her right hand and a lotus in the left hand. Being the wife of Lord Shiva, she rides on his bull named Nandi. In her previous birth, the goddess was born as Sati is the daughter of Prajapati, to eventually marry Shiva and fulfill her role as the universe mother to nourish all beings. Despite her father's disapproval, Sati married Shiva. When Daksh organized a yagya, he invited all except Shiva and Parvati. Parvati, unaware of her father's arrogance and hateful motives, reached there without an invitation, upon which Daksh began insulting Shiva. Sati, being a devoted wife, could not tolerate this and sacrificed himself to the yagya herself in the fire. To fulfill the superior motive of universal welfare, Shakti had to take birth again in the form of Parvati to marry Shiva again, bring him out of his ascetic life into the life of Guru as Brahmacharini. In the second avatar, holding a rosary in her right hand and a Kamalanta in the left hand, Brahmacharini signifies tapasya or penance. After the death of Sati, Shiva abstained himself from all material desires and went into a state of meditation that lasted for millions of years. When Parvati grew up, says Nalanda told her that the only way for her to attain Shiva was to perform several penances that would exceed her husband. Determined to marry Shiva in his birth as well, she began her tapasya, giving up on food, water, and air. Her penance lasted for thousands of years. In the end, Brahma appeared in front of Parvati and said no one had ever observed tapasya the way she did. Following this, Parvati came to be known as Ma Brahmacharini. Later, Shiva accepted as his wife. This avatar of Ma Durga teaches penance, devotions, restraint, and solitude. Chandraghanta. Upon seeing Parvati's strong resolve to attain him, Shiva gives in accept to marry Parvati. On the day of the wedding, Shiva reached King Himavan's palace in the most terrorizing form. His body was smeared in ash with a snake all over his body and in the matted locks of his unkempt hair. He brought with himself the strangest wedding procession, also known as Bharat, consisting ghosts, agori, sages, and stick and every being unimaginable. Upon seeing this sight, Parvati mother and relatives were left in shock, mostly out of terror. To avoid any embarrassment to her family or to Shiva, Parvati transformed herself into a terrifying form, Chandraghanta. In this form, her complexion is golden. She came riding a lion and possessed 10 arms. 9 of her arms carried weapons, while the 10th arm raised to bless her devotees. She married Shiva in this form, and the day of their marriage celebrated is Mahashivratri. Kusmanda. Ma Kushmanda is worshipped on the fourth day of Navratri. It is believed that Kushmanda is ultimate source of the life. When the universe was non-existence and darkness was everywhere, she created the universe with her smile. The universe was filled with the light and she began to live in a core of the sun. The god she created then went on create other universe and living beings. Kushmanta possesses eight arms and rides on a lion that evokes fearlessness in her devotees. She bestows all praises and her worship brings prosperity, power and salvation. Skandamata. The fifth avatar, Skandamata, literally means of the mother of Skanda. Skanda is another name of Lord Kartikeya, often known as Murugan in the south. She rides a lion and has 4 arms. 2 of her arms carry lotus, one is raised blessing while the other fourth hold her son Kartikeya. When Shiva became detached from the worldly affairs upon the death of Sati, demon Tarakasura had wreaked havoc on the gods. The demon had a boon that only the son of Shiva could kill him. Fearing that Shiva may never have a child, the gods rushed to Vishnu to help. Vishnu assured that Parvati is destined to be wife of Shiva. Upon the severe penance of Parvati, when Shiva agrees to marry her, they combine their energies to produce a fiery seed. Agni, the god of fire, was given the responsibility to carry the seeds to Saravana lake, but Agni could not bear the heat of the seeds. Durga, taking the form of water, carries the seeds to the lake in the Saravana forest. Later, the six-faced Kartikeya takes birth, growing up to the commander-in-chief of Mary, army of gods, killing Tarakshotra in the battle. Katyayani. Being one of the most worshipped form of Durga, Ma Katyayani is worshipped in the sixth day of Navratri. This is the form that is often referred to as Durga. She took birth as a daughter of sage Katyayan and hence came to known as Katyayani. When the demon Mahishasur was creating trouble for the gods, the Trinity Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva, along with the other gods, combined their powers and weapons and summoned Katyayani. To know about the various weapons of Durga and how she got them, watch the video linked above. Thus, the armed Katyayani proceed towards Vindhya mountain where Mahishasur lived and killed him. She is also known as Mahishasur Amardani, the one who killed Mahishasur. Kalaratri. Kal refers to death and Ratri means night. Hence, Ma Kalaratri is one who brings an end death to the anything is associated with evil or darkness. She is more commonly referred as Kali and worshipped on the seventh day. Kalaratri is the most terrorizing form of Durga. The most common form often shows Kali as black-necked with angry and sunken eyes, wearing skulls around her neck and jewelry limbs around her waist. Raktabij was the demon of Asura, who had been given a boon by Lord Brahma, that every time a drop of his blood fell on the ground and a new version of his own would be created. Having received the boon, he made the life of people and gods miserable. Hence, the god reached out to goddess Durga or Shakti for help. Armed with all weapons, the goddess charged at the demon. But as soon as she wounded him with her sword and his blood fell on earth, the demon multiplied. With more attempt at killing Raktabij, the demon kept on multiplied. Huge armies of Raktabij were formed by the drop of blood. The Devi took the inflated form of Kali. She went on the slay each demon with the sword in her hand, and collected their blood in her bowl and drank it immediately. Soon she finished the whole army of Raktabij and only the real Raktabij was left. Then she slayed him down and drank his blood till the fell down lifeless. It is said that it's just a century ago Sri Ramakrishna Paramhans was blessed to see real form of Kali. Mahagauri. Worshipped on 8th day, the strong of Mahagauri has many versions. Maha means great and Gauri means white or fair. In this first version, upon killing Raktabij, Parvati was left with skin as dark night and lasted a long time. Parvati went through penance to attain her old form of feminine beauty and was advised by Brahma to take bath in the Mansarovar river in the Himalayas. When she did so, she shed her dark skin and the skin took up a female form named Kausaki, then went to kill the demons Subha and Nishambha. Parvati regained her beauty, this time with a complexion so fair that led to everyone referring to her as Mahagauri. In the second version, as a result of Parvati's severe penance of over 1,000 years, that led to Shiva marrying her. Her body was covered with dirt, mud, insects. She was down to being skeleton with on flesh. Pleased by her own devotion, Shiva bathed her in the holiest Ganga that flew from the locks of matted hair and nourished her body. She emerged as Mahagauri, as white as jasmine flower. Siddhidatri worshipped on the last day in the Adishakti avatar of Durga. She existed as pure energy and in no physical form. Lord Rudra worshipped her for creating her universe. She appeared from the left half of Shiva. That is why she and Shiva respect to the duty of the universe in the form of masculine and feminine energies. They unite in the form of Arnarishwar. Devi Siddhidatri sits on a lotus and rides a lion. So friends, how was the story of 9 avatars of Durga? Hope you like it. And if you like the video, then please do like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching.